This video was sponsored by Squarespace. This is the one I've been waiting for. It is episode 5 of potting my way through the Great Canadian Throwdown. Last week I made a 9-plate dinner set. So let's get into this week's challenge.
This week's semi-final main make is an indoor working fountain.
This is going to be your biggest make yet.
Make it stunning and make it work.
This is 2.5 kilos, and it's going to be interesting to see if I can even throw this amount, because I don't know if I've ever thrown this amount before. But if I have, it's certainly been a long time. So the plan for this fountain is to create a bunch of basically nesting bowls, but I want them to be low and wide because I want this fountain to also function like a bird bath. So I'm going to put some stones in the bottom. And in order to make it as big as I possibly can, I'm going to make the bottom piece as wide as 35 centimeters because that's the max width of my kiln. So we're going to try and throw wide. Let's see if I can even center this thing. Look at that. I am impressed with myself. Maybe I can edit it just a little bit more. Okay, I tried to desperately save it by constructing this thing to keep it upside down, but it just made it worse. Like, what the heck is that? That last pole destroyed it. Okay, let's do it again. I've upgraded to 3 kilo now because the walls were just too thin. It couldn't hold itself up, so this is definitely the most I've ever thrown. Literally sweating right now. This is too narrow. I'm doing what I should have done, which is throw up and then pull out instead of just throwing out. Because I forgot how to be a potter for a second there. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm pretty friggin' proud of myself. Okay, I didn't even need to trim the outside. It's flat enough. Ooh, who knew I could do that? Now that the big one is out of the way, we can just focus on the smaller ones that go inside. Small ones are going to be easy. Okay, these are the 3 pieces that fit inside of each other, but as you can see, I've thrown some extra pieces. These obviously can't sit inside or they'll just like sit on the bottoms, right? They need some sort of support. So this guy will go in here, theoretically, and elevate this guy up. And the idea is that it's just below the surface of the water so that you can't see it. This is the idea. And then I also threw these guys. This is going to be the stand. So I wanted to make some sort of platform for the fountain to sit on because I'm gonna put it in my garden and I don't wanna just put it in the grass. I wanna make some sort of stand for it. So these pieces are going to come together to form sort of like this conical hump shape. If you remember a few weeks ago, I had some hit and miss experience with attaching two pieces together, but this is the maximum I could throw. Pretty worn out from throwing these massive pots today. But I have to do one more thing before I finish for the day. I need to make the little spouts, because you want to do this now before it gets too firm. Okay, now I'm just going to let them dry out and I'll be back tomorrow. So if you ever end up making something that's too big for your wheel head, just make a bat. As long as you got pins, it should be doable. Can you see that it's not perfectly, there's a dent in here, and then it poofs out and it poofs out, but I can't, it's gonna bother me. Okay, let's take a little break to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. If you've never heard about Squarespace before, they are a website that you can go to create your very own professional looking website. I've personally been using Squarespace ever since I started my online business, and I'm still using them for my website today. There are a few things that I love about Squarespace, one of which is their online shop, where you can sell services, physical or digital products, just like I do with my printable pottery templates. Two, I love their blog feature, where you can create really easy and nice looking blogs that feature photos, text, or even video. I personally use the blog feature to create a space on my website for all of these video tutorials. And three, did you know that they also have an in-person POS system that's a point of sale system? So you're not just limited to selling online, but you can also sell in the real world, like at a market or in your own shop. So head to squarespace.com right now for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/potterytothepeople for 10% off your very first website or domain. Now let's get back to the fountain. Ooh. Oh, the question is this too tall? This is 3 centimeters too tall. 3 whole friggin' centimeters. Really need to get a bigger kiln. I mean, I'm not saying I love it, but how cool is this? It's so cool. Okay, so you may have noticed that I did not attach this part. This is because the pump is going to live here. So like in order to clean the pump filter and everything, like I need to be able to have access to that. And that's fine because this can literally just sit on top of it. There's no reason to attach it. These parts, on the other hand, I just went ahead and attached so they're not jiggling around. This is so cool. I like keep questioning, like, is it too tall? I literally have measured this like 4 or 5 times being like, this looks more than 35 centimeters, but it's not, it's like 33. So it should fit. And then this is obviously gonna fit. So I'll have to fire 2 separate fires, obviously, but I'm happy. That's a good fit. So it's not fully dry, so I'm going to put it in a candle for a few hours to fully dry it out. Hopefully it's not gonna cause any cracks. There is a little bit of cracking. There's also a piece stuck in here. Can I come out? There is a little bit of cracking, but luckily it's nowhere that's going to be seen once it's all assembled. So it's totally fine. I'm adding these little, they're actually kiln stilts, because what I forgot to do is I should have put like a hole or something along the edge here, because I worry that if it's just sitting here, the water has to go underneath the ceramic, and I just don't know if it's going to like flow very well. So I can just raise this up a little bit with the kiln stilts, and then the water can get into the pump. La, like this is going to be covered with rocks anyway, so. And then I'm going to go ahead and seal everything with a clear silicone. Doesn't look pretty, but that's the best I can do. She lives! So I have to admit, setting this up was a huge faff. I'm on my second pump. Originally, I tried to set it up to the solar panel pump. This didn't work at all. I don't know if it's too cloudy today, too windy. I don't know what it is, but the solar panel didn't work. So it's not leaking. I just had to take this apart and put it back together like 5 different times. But now it's finally working. I'm super happy with it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get something set up with a solar panel because right now I have some cord thing going on here. But anyway, I hope that this video was fun for you. I hope that you learned something about fountains. I sure learned a hell of a lot. And I'll see you in the next Throwdown video, which is the finale. See you then.